your head down. Don't speak. Speak silence. Silence is something that breaks when you speak it, so don't speak at all.
I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows.
North Milwaukee is deindustrialized, like so much of the Milwaukee area, so much of America. So the jobs are not there in the abundance that they once were. What's happened over time is that North Milwaukee has become pretty much identified as just an integral part of the North Side. The shorthand history of North Milwaukee is X marks the spot. Why it exists is there was this crossing, it was actually called Northern Junction, two major rail lines, one going to Green Bay, one to Minneapolis-St. Paul. North Milwaukee had superb rail access in two directions. So back in the 1890s, developers begin to say we can build an industrial suburb here. North Milwaukee is the area right around 35th and Villard, and it runs from Congress up to Silver Spring, south and north, and from 27th to 43rd, which is Sherman Boulevard. So it's this big rectangle on Milwaukee's north side. The first industry that moved up there was Wisconsin Bridge and Iron. Moved up there back in 1893, and they actually made bridges on site. Very much North Milwaukee is a creature of rail, and kind of interesting, there's a rail car restoration company up there, so very, very appropriate. Milwaukee and North Milwaukee consolidated on January 1st, 1929. To this day, Smith Park, the old Edison Middle School, those were North Milwaukee facilities that are now part of the city of Milwaukee. In the mid-20th century, where you have African Americans, who are by now the largest single group on the near north side, they're moving out in search of better housing, like the Germans before them. So in 2010, the last census, 90% of the population was African American, but it's the same pattern. People trying to move into the best housing they can afford. Villard Avenue, which was the main street of North Milwaukee, has less vitality than it did. There are still some strong businesses there, but it's not the downtown. At the same time, there are new institutions. Perhaps the single most positive development there in the last number of years is Villard Square, which is on the corner of 35th and Villard, which is a mixed-use building that has a Milwaukee Public Library on the first floor and 3 floors of what they call grand family housing above. So it's grandparents raising grandkids. I think the feeling in the neighborhood is kind of cautious optimism. There is signs of development in the area. It's kind of an imbalance between some of the economic struggles that a lot of our older neighborhoods face and hope for the future as well.